So here's the time for watching videos. I literally brought my chips. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's gonna be fun. So let's begin. Before actually checking the videos, I'm gonna talk about grading criteria. Like I said, the project has 3 parts. 2 major parts are video and project write-up. Each part has 10 points. For example, for project write-up, you have to actually follow this criteria. For example, it has to be based on APA. It should be documented based on text and lecture. You cannot just make up a hypothesis or theory based on yourself. It should be free of typos. It must be at least 500 words because I need to just make sure you're gonna address everything. It needs to have conclusion part. Your notes and other documentation must be submitted, and it's gonna be part of your project write-up. Let's talk about video. It is again 10 points of your final grade. It must have first page preview, which already I talked about that. You must have last page showing the conclusion, etc. You must follow hashtags. You must have at least 1 or 2 of your analysis questions because you need to just make it interesting and understandable for everybody. You need to show your research question in the beginning and just talk about this clearly. You need to explain the experiment in a simple word. It should be less than 2 minutes. I don't mind if it would be more than 2 minutes. I prefer you would stick to 2, but it would be more, that's okay. I did have students, they couldn't just cut the time and just they came up with just 5 minutes. It is okay, but just it shouldn't be like anything less than 1 minute or just so short, too short actually. But and you have to just upload them in upload one video in YouTube and TikTok as well. You have to provide the link in iCollege. So let's just watch the videos together. Yeah, this is Christina. She is my student last year, but let's watch.
Hi, I'm Christina. I'm a senior at Georgia State University, and I'm in Professor Armida Gobadi's developmental psychology class. This is Olivia. She's 6 years old, and today we're going to be doing a few conservation tasks of mass, numbers, and weight.
So I guess you understood the whole task. One problem here is she didn't use a preview page. I needed that. She used that for her TikTok video, but not for YouTube. It is fine because like the TikTok can compensate this one. But another one positive point about this video is just she introduced herself the way she needed to. Also, she introduced the child as well, like age, gender, and everything. So,
Okay, Olivia, here's 2 balls of Play-Doh.
so Play-Doh. So it is conservation of mass.
Do they look the same to you?
Question, do they look the same to you?
Like they have the same amount?
Yes.
Yes. So baby confirmed the amount, the mass, so she can proceed. And another point here is she is showing her hands the way that we can see the scene. The angle of the camera is just so good. So she actually considered that if she would do that from the front, we might not see the hands, which is necessary because we needed to just understand whether the Play-Doh are in the same amount and same shapes or not. So you have to consider that in your video as well.
Okay, and now what about now? Do they have the same amount or does one have more?
Interesting question. So just wait for the answer.
What do you think?
Is flat.
But do they have the same amount of Play-Doh or do they have different amounts of Play-Doh?
They have the same amount of Play-Doh.
They still have
I'll put the link for you to just watch the whole video. I skipped that. But like here, it is about pennies that I told you. This is conservation of numbers.
Because You didn't grab any more pennies?
Right? Good job.
Good job, exactly. So the reason that baby provided was good, but I would argue that maybe you shouldn't tell baby good job because you're gonna just because this baby had some sort of hesitation, and Christina also mentioned that like in her project write-up, she mentioned that the baby was kind of shy. So any sort of encouragement or very positive feedback, like wow, good job, you're so smart, that kind of stuff can actually provide some sort of bias because like baby children in general, they are looking for any sort of encouragement. So we have to just be a bit neutral whenever we are doing experiment with them. I'll put the link for you, but just let's move on and watch another video. I guess it was Jasmine. No, I wanted to show you Jasmine. Yeah, this is Jasmine. So she actually has the preview part correctly, developmental psychology, professor name, and Georgia State University. Oh, just look at the hashtag. She has everything here.
Hey, my name is Jasmine May, and I'm a senior at Georgia State University doing an observation project. Today, I will be assessing object permanence, which is the understanding that an object exists even when it disappears from sight.
So you see that she's actually talking about the true definition of object permanency. So basically, even someone who has no idea about it can understand from this video.
I'll be using my niece, who is 9 months old. She's a female, and she does not have a developmental disorder.
Okay, like precious information. She doesn't have any sort of developmental disorder. She is like 6 months old, I guess 9 months old, I cannot remember. But like she actually delivered the whole concept. And another point about her is she could not show the baby's face, and basically you're just gonna see baby's hands the whole time. And that is okay with me.
And we're going to be using her favorite toy and a bandana to cover it up to see how well she does. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
So task
So in this task, baby sees her favorite toy. Let's see what she does.
Okay, grab it. So task 1 done.
Success.
Task 2.
So in this task, the remote is halfway hidden. Baby still finds it.
Task 2 done.
So while baby is reaching for the remote is covered. That doesn't stop, baby. So in this task, remote is completely covered by bandana. Let's see what baby does.
Again.
Baby finds the remote, but at this point, baby has completely lost interest in playing with the remote, so she proceeds to do something else.
Task 5.
So in this task, we have an invisible displacement where the new tissue toy is placed from one bandana to another. Baby still finds the tissue.
Conclusion. This is so important to me. Your video needs to have conclusion part because it is important. So
in conclusion, she's definitely developed object permanence. She clearly knows that the remote, her favorite remote toy, still exists even when it's hidden under 1 or 2 bandanas. And she'll still find it.
good job, Jasmine. So let's talk about Felia's video. It was about parents, mother and
Communication between my sister and 3-year-old nephew is achieved using child-directed speech.
so she didn't feel comfortable using her own voice, which is totally fine. She used auto generation to just produce like speech, which is okay.
Feedback and expansion.
The child usually says Wang and Chu instead of one and two, and the mother would also say Wang and Chu when asking him something. This is an example of child-directed speech.
He's so cute.
The mother would also expand her son's speech by repeating his utterances and adding modifications.
And it's just going on and on and on. Watch that in your own pace. But I guess you got the general idea here. You have to have like some information in your video and make it as good as possible. Lastly, I just wanted to show you one video. So, final project, yeah, should be here. I'm sorry, my laptop is always messy. Oh, this is about option number 4, in which you have to just do like watch different cartoons and like programs in TV. This is Yahya. He like analyzed different types of violations and violence by himself. So let's watch that.
Yahya, I'm a junior at GSU, and for my project, I chose option 4, which is analyzing acts of aggression in 4 different TV shows: Arthur, SpongeBob, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and Rick and Morty. The criteria was to find out whether or not shows had more overt or more relational aggression.
You see, like the way he framed research question, it's just so simple and so understandable. The way he was using visualization and like different cartoon character, it's just so good. I guess I gave him full credit for that task and also extra credit because it was wonderful. It was just so specific, but let's watch that.
I found in kid-centered TV shows, relational aggression was more apparent, with kids yelling as opposed to physical harm. That was more apparent.
You see that? So basically you could see what he means by like relational aggression, like what he means like by any type of aggression in the video, because he actually provided some examples here.
The adult-centered shows that kids watch. Arthur had 9 in an episode of 10 minutes. SpongeBob.
Okay, so he's talking about the period 10 minutes, and he's talking about the quantity as well, 9 aggression.
10 in an episode of 10 minutes. Avatar: The Last Airbender had 10 in a 20-minute episode, and Rick and Morty had 29 in a 20-minute episode. But Rick and Morty was different.
What's different? Why? You know what? He's actually making us more engaged in just watching the video more carefully, because he's actually coming up with like one question, but why? They are different, but why? Let's see.
Aggression shown in Rick and Morty was actually very violent compared to just funny actions in
Why?
SpongeBob or Arthur. On average, kid-centered TV shows would naturally have less overt aggression, but kids do watch Adult Swim, so parents should definitely pay attention to what their kids are watching.
So it has some sort of conclusion as well. So basically, you know, like what's up with that. And at the end, he's actually saying that parents should just monitor the way children watching like different cartoons and contents on TV. So he's actually providing you some implication as well, like how to just be careful about your child, how just protect your child about like different content. So I hope you would understand what I'm actually trying to say and what I'm actually asking you for your final project. I know this is just kind of early at this point, asking you to just start working on that. But at least during your spring break, I want you to just look around and just see whether you want to just find a child and just do your observation project, or you prefer to just go for option 4 and watch different cartoons. This is totally up to you, but use all of your great skills, your creativity, and do your best to just come up with the best way possible to both earn like the full grade and also extra credit. If you have any question, just let me know. I already uploaded the PowerPoint. I will upload 2 best project write-ups for you, like just see how you should address APA 7s, how you should write a good essay. So basically, you're gonna have at least some ideas about the project, and I hope you will start on the project as soon as possible. Just let me know if you have any question, and I hope you all would have a great spring break as well. Thank you.